Hey everyone, this is James from JLMI again, and we're gonna be talking about, it's a continuation of u-verbs, or verbs that end with an u sound, as we mentioned last time. Depending on how you study Japanese, the way you describe or categorize verbs might vary, but this time we're gonna be covering 3 verbs. The first verb is nomu, to drink. Hakobu, the second verb is hakobu, to carry something. And a bit of a sensitive word, shinu, we'll talk about. This is the only verb in the Japanese language that ends with a nu. So we'll talk. It's a little bit of a different pattern today, but once we get there, we'll talk about it then. So first off, let's talk about the verb nomu. So nomu, nomimasu, nomu. When you form the te form, or the teke, if you will, the jishoke, for nomu, you take off the mu, and then you add an nde, so it becomes nonde. So nonde kudasai. So nomu becomes nonde plus kudasai. So nonde kudasai means please drink. And a great example sentence for you all today would be douzo amazake wo nonde kudasai. Douzo amazake wo nonde kudasai. So please drink some amazake. Amazake is a type of Japanese drink. It's sweet wine, but it doesn't really have, or not wine, but like rice wine, if you will. It doesn't have alcohol in it, but if you're interested in what that is, we'll have a link down below to a website or two that talks about amazake. So douzo amazake wo nonde kudasai. So please have some amazake. Okay, so you take off the mu, add nde, becomes nonde plus kudasai. Nonde kudasai. Okay, now the next verb is hakobu. Hakobu, to carry. Hakobu, hakobimasu. Hakobu. Hakobu follows a similar pattern as normally you take off the bu, hakobu, so hako. Then you add nde, becomes hakonde. Plus kudasai. So hakobu becomes hakonde kudasai. Hakonde kudasai. So please carry this, or carry and move it someplace, right? And a great example sentence would be, using hakobu would be, nikai made hakonde kudasai. Nikai made hakonde kudasai. So nikai is the second floor. Nikai made is to or till the second floor. So nikai made hakonde kudasai. So please carry this to the second floor. So hakobu, take off the bu, add nde plus kudasai. So hakobu becomes hakonde kudasai. Okay, and the third verb today would be verbs ending in nu. And unfortunately in Japanese, there's only one verb that ends in nu, and that is shinu, or to die or pass away. And to construct the te form for shinu, it follows a similar pattern as well, as in you take off the nu. So shinu becomes shi, and then you add nde, so shinde, and then plus, but up until now we've said kudasai. But in Japanese, you'd end up saying shinde kudasai, which is an absolutely disrespectful and unnecessary thing to say to other people. So just kind of, scratch that from your memory, and just keep in mind this is how you construct the te form using the verb shinu. But instead, using the te form with shinu, there's a very, very helpful piece of Japanese grammar, and that is called te shimaimasu. So you take the te form of any verb and add shimaimasu. And forming this is the nuance of nani nani te shimaimasu is kind of expressing something negative or bad has happened. So the te form, te shimaimasu form with shinu would become shinu, you take off the nu, so shinde plus shimaimasu. So shinde shimaimasu, right? So I died, or I passed away. So a great example using shinde shimaimasu would be, say your buddy is playing a load of From Software games like Sekiro or Dark Souls, or both at the same time. And he's just constantly dying because the headless gorilla thing is extremely hard, and he just can't kill it. And the gorilla is killing him, so he constantly keeps dying. So you might hear him say over there, "Ah, また死んでしまいます。死んでしまいました。また死んでしまいました." So today's excellent phrase that we have using 死ぬ is また死んでしまいました. So また死んでしまいました. This means, oh dang it, I died again. So he's constantly dying because he can't fight the headless gorilla and win because the gorilla is winning him. He's beating him. So また死んでしまいました means oh shucks, I died again. So it's a bit random, a little bit of a tangent. Kind of goes strays away from what we've been learning up until now, the te plus kudasai form. We'll talk a little bit more about te shimaimasu or te shimaimashita form a little later down the road in a different video someday. So be sure to subscribe and look forward to that video and other videos as well. Anything relating to Japanese grammar, pronunciation, colloquialisms, you name it, anything and everything in between. So look forward to all of that as well. And just do your best and keep on keeping on. And もう今後もずっと頑張ってくださいね。